Welcome to this instructional video where we're going to be using 2D design to create a slot together Christmas tree decoration. And you'll notice here that I've opened up 2D design and I've found an image from the internet of a snowflake. It's a cartoon type image and it's quite a simple image and you'll see why we need that to be quite simple. Later you can choose a Christmas tree or a snowman or something like that, whatever takes your fancy. So, first and foremost, can we make sure grid lock is on? And the grid settings will be at 10mm. And I'm going to draw a box here that is 80mm by 80mm. You'll see the at the bottom, the sizes being adjusted to suit. And until those boxes in the bottom left-hand corner, that says 80 by 90, that's 80 by 80. Well done, me. And click OK. I'm going to change my line colour here to red. And I'm going to move my snowflake, pick it up, drag it, move it, and that sits roughly in that box there. The 80 by 80 box is only there because it gives us some sort of relative size to what we want it to be. So that's 80 by 80. I'm going to select that, and I'm going to click the colour and make sure I change the colour to red. I've already done that, haven't I? And then I am going to go to, I've selected that. I'm going to go to bitmaps and I'm going to go to contour bitmap, and I'm going to change my bitmap spacing to 0.1 and click OK. And you'll notice that the software has looked for separations between black and white, and it has moved that away. As I've separated, I'm going to delete my image now because I've got rid of that. Now, if you look at that, it's drawn around both those black lines. I'm going to keep the inside one. So if I'm going to select that and go to Edit and Explode, and I'm going to get rid of the outside line and keep the inside one, so I think that looks nice and fine. And I'm going to move this back to there. And what's quite nice, it's moved it bang on the middle of those axes there. Right, that's worked out well. I'm happy with the size. I'm just going to remove that black box there now. And I am going to change my grid spacings now. So if you notice, I've gone to the top left-hand corner, double click on the grid and change my grid spacings to 3. And OK. And I am going to draw a line up through there, and a line across there, and another line down there from the centre back down to create our slot so that our snowflake can slot together. We then need to use the delete tool, and I'm going to delete, if I left click and hold it down, yours will be a default by left click, hold it down and select the delete part of an object between the two nearest intersections. So I'm going to select that and I'm going to use that to delete. I wish to change that tool to trim, and I'll trim that there. So I've got that, and if I then select that part of the snowflake and copy it and move it to one side, I now have two parts that are identical. I'm just going to move that up one there. The next thing we need to do is we need to be able to create the hanger for it so it can hang off the Christmas tree. So I'm going to change my grid spacings again to 1.5, 1.5, 1.5 there, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And on one of them, I'm just going to create a hole for it. So I'm going to draw a circle there. That looks a bit big. Let's go for there and draw another circle there. And I'm going to delete the outside one there. I know I might make it just a little bit bigger there, like so. And I use the delete tool now just to remove the bits inside and outside. And if I zoom out now, I now have both halves and they will slot together quite accurately. Have a go yourself.